We saw a heck of a hockey game at Mariucci Arena last Saturday. The Badgers beat the Gophers in a shootout 4-3 after a 4-1 loss the night before. Now Wisconsin's back at the Kohl Center one last time before the Christmas break. The Michigan Wolverines are in town. I'm Brian Posick, and head coach Tony Granato joins us next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
Max Zimmer with a chance in the shootout to win it. He comes in and he scores! Max Zimmer, the shootout winner. Badgers get the extra point, and how about that? The senior from Medina, Minnesota.
Well, Tony, I know it didn't go the way you wanted to on Friday, but Saturday's game, especially the third period and overtimes and the shootout, that was some very entertaining hockey.
It was a nice response from us. I know Friday we didn't play well. Minnesota, they used that game as their game to start their season because they had been struggling. And anytime you have a rivalry when Wisconsin and Minnesota get together, it's always an emotional game that you can, dig down and find a way to make something special happen. They did that Friday. We weren't quite ready for that. And then our response Saturday, we fell behind. We were playing much better. Things didn't go our way. We couldn't find a way to beat their goalie. And we get a big shift to start the third period by Baker's line, and it gets us back into the game and rolling. And after that, I thought it was some of the most exciting hockey that we've had this year. So great energy, great production when we needed it. The overtime was probably the most exciting. Well, the 3-on-3, the 5 minutes of 3-on-3, the back and breakaway, and unreal saves and unreal scoring chances by great goal scorers. Mm-hmm. And the goaltenders were great. So it was a fun weekend for us on how it finished. And I guess moving forward, we just got to use what happened on Saturday and try and refocus on making sure that we continue to find ways to be better and more consistent as we move forward.
Yeah, very happy for Max Zimmer, one of the three seniors on this club. He got a chance to play, and he helped out quite a bit.
He was great. Max did a great job. He's one of those kids that every practice, every time you're around him, he's smiling, he's happy. He's a great teammate. So the team was really happy for him, as were the coaches, obviously. When he gets an opportunity, he made a big play on the second goal that got us going in the third period. He had a chance in overtime. He made some really good plays. So he earned that opportunity to give us a chance in the shootout and a victory. He had scored a big goal against Michigan at Michigan last year. So we knew he was a great shootout player. So it was big for us. You got him and you got Jack Berry from a senior side of things either. He hasn't had a start. He goes into that game and plays outstanding too. So I think it was really an important part for our team and the morale of our team to have those guys contribute the way they did.
Yeah. Jack Berry had 31 saves on Saturday in the 4-3 shootout win over Minnesota. And again, Max Zimmer had the winner in the shootout. Let's take 2 minutes with the senior from Medina, Minnesota. Well, Max, I know I felt good for you. I think the whole team did with what happened on Saturday at Mariucci. You get to play, you chip in during regulation, and then come through with a big shootout winner. What was that like for you?
It was awesome. I'm just grateful to get the opportunity on Saturday. I was talking to Barry before the game, and I was like, we're gonna win this game, and I'm gonna be the first one giving you a hug after we win. So I think throughout the week and over the weekend. Jack didn't get a whole lot of credit for that, but the thing is he stopped 3 shootouts before I even got to go. So, he played a great game, and it was nice to be able to contribute a little bit.
And do it in your home state too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I had a bunch of family and friends there and stuff. So, it was just overall a special moment.
Yeah. Did you know what you were going to do as you were approaching the puck?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times before. I've done that move. And then Turks actually went right before me, and he kind of did the same path that I was looking at doing. And I saw the goalies 5 full wide open the whole time, and I was like, all right, there we go.
You started the season, you were ill, weren't in the lineup, and it took a little while to get in. But you've handled things extremely well for an upperclassman, for one of the few seniors. What do you attribute that to?
I think I attribute it to noticing that I'm one of the older guys on the team now, and you know, whether you're in the lineup or not, you got to set a good example for the younger guys.
You have one common goal, I would think, with everybody, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's to win every single night.
Yes, it is.
So as you move along, you see how young this team is. How close do you think this club is to really kind of putting a string together?
I think the game on Saturday was definitely a step in the right direction. You know, like you said, we're young, but we're really talented, and you know, it's just a matter of playing the game that we know we can play night in and night out, and you know, starting to get some sweeps and stuff, and you know, eventually we'll start winning a lot more games.
Sure. And finally, it's Thanksgiving week. I'm sure you're thankful for a lot of things. What would they be?
Family being one. You know, just the opportunity that Wisconsin's given me is another thing. You know, family, friends, hockey. Just I'm in a good spot right now. Thankful for a lot of things.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
I asked you this earlier in the week, 3-on-3 hockey. I know it's for an extra point in the Big Ten standings. The NHL goes right to 3-on-3 if it's still tied after regulation. So that's kind of what you want in college hockey someday?
I do. I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't mirror the NHL. I think it's been exciting for the fans. The players are used to it. If you're ever at an NHL game and you see 3-on-3, you don't sit down for the 3-on-3. You're out of your seats because there's going to be chances at both ends. And I thought that's what the overtime game against Minnesota was. I mean, we're on the bench and we're like, oh, I mean, it was, obviously it's a huge point, but it was exciting hockey. You give the skilled players that much room on the ice, you're going to see some great hockey. And so I hope we do go back to 3-on-3, right after the 60 minutes. For one thing, it's really hard on the guys because, especially you play back-to-back games and then they're grinding, hard fought games, and then you go to overtime. It's an important point. Then you go 5-on-5, and then you play your best players in that because it's important because you lose all 3 points. So then you go to overtime. So it's a lot on the players. You play back to back like we did last year a couple times, overtime games. It's pretty taxing on your players. So I'd like to have it go straight to 3-on-3.
Sure. And a win is a win, whether it's a shootout win or not. And let's see if you can carry that momentum over to the Michigan series this weekend.
Yeah, it's time. I mean, it's time for our team to make that next step forward on not just being good, not just being able to beat Duluth here and there, and not being able to play well against Notre Dame and do this, that, and the other thing. We got to win, and this is a chance. Michigan's a good team. They're a good team, and everybody in our conference is a good team. So we can't just say we're going to go out and play and win because we're playing Michigan. We have to go out and play with the same mentality we did earlier in the season against Duluth and Notre Dame and whatever, and find ways to get some results. And so it's going to be a good test for our players. But it's a Thanksgiving week. It's a great week to be. We talk about family and what it means to us, but we also talk about our team. I mean, we're a family away from our other family. So it's a week that I think that we can reflect on lots of wonderful things that we have in our lives. And we have a big opportunity and big hockey weekend with Michigan this weekend that I'm looking forward to. It should be exciting. Our fan support prior to that Notre Dame series, that Saturday night game, the energy in that building on Saturday was sensational, and I'm hoping we get the same type of turnout this weekend.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving. See you Saturday.
Thanks to you. Same to you, Brian.
All right, that's Tony Granato, head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers. Wisconsin and Michigan, Saturday night, 7 o'clock, Sunday at 4 o'clock. Saturday's games on Fox Sports Wisconsin, Sunday on the Big Ten Network. Also, it's Wisconsin Hockey Vacation Day and Sunday Kids Day. And there's a spinoff from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, all kinds of fun stuff at the rink. Go to UW-Badgers.com for more information. For Tony Granato, for Jay Williams, I'm Brian Posick. Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.